Brewmaster to play with, but they're gonna
very even kind of matchup between the two, and this should be a very kind of boring matchup as bot lane Arfu in a bit of trouble. Boomy going for the Icarus dive, and he will be able to secure the kill. Immediate tips out onto Arfu from Boomy. We're not going to be too happy about that one, as you got the first blood going to TNC, and of course as the position 5 Phoenix, it's always going to feel quite nice as now Rodney goes down. Mark at that level 3 mark and really start applying the pressure. And just look at this, poor old mid one. He's going to try and run, but Tim's, he's going to break him off with the snowball, and a great chance out. Mid one's gone. That's what you wanted to see. And
by that level 6 mark, look for the mid tower if he wants to.
KP.
And you can see SMG. Oh.
Bot lane, KP, he's in a lot of trouble right now. He is trying to run, but the bash on the last hit from Gabby. Of course he gets the bash. Classic Gabby will still have the salve going. Kind of risky plays here from Moon, but does pay off.
Yeah, it's on the edge. They're really committing hard for mid now. Afu is going to go for that bounty rune.
They found Tim's. He's right next to the Ancients. He could try for a deny. We'll see how lucky he can get, but the Ancients, they're just asleep right now. They're not going to wake up. This little pick up there from the side of SMG and
shove in on your mid lane, preventing any further excursions out from SMG. The 1v1 lane here for Gabby still working out really nicely. He's not slowing down, but there's a lot of space coming out for mid 1. His jungle's been uncontested. That could be an issue here for TNC if they just leave this Dusa alone for too long. The farm is just going to start racking up. It's just the nature of that Dusa.
Yeah, mid 1's doing a great job right now. Just hanging around in that dive triangle and doing his job of farming up some stacks. But mid lane, Rogi gonna make the rotation in. Boomy, he'll be targeted here. Icarus dive away though is gonna be there in time, and now the shards are out from Tips to lock them down for Gabby. To get the 2-man chrono off, and the tag team will even be popped. They will find one and they'll find a second. Oh, tries to go on to Arfu. Just TP away.
Try to build up the advantage. SMG though, do find a smoke in themselves.
Good, but Moon's been caught out already. KP gonna rotate in, has the primal split, and will go for it right onto Bok, but a nice snowball back the way of Moon. They want the Ricky dead. Tricks the train is out. That should protect him long enough, but Boomy, he actually Icarus dived in there and does get hexed up and will cost him his own life. There's now Tim's, he's stuck around as well. A small mistake from TNC, but it is gonna cost them heavily. It's SMG now. They're the ones to take the first mid-tier 1 tower. And that's not what you like to see if you're a TNC fan. It's exactly what's happened. Around, but he's happy to break the smoke of TNC if he needs to. Instead, they'll run the other way. The mid lane where they might find Rogi, and there's your snowball out, but Rogi, he'll go for a run, but it won't matter. They reach him. Dragon form, it won't matter, because they still found the mid-tier 1 tower on the side of TNC. You've got the Chrono to play with. In fact, Gabby, he's TPing up top. They want Moon. They want the CEO. They want him dead ASAP and Tim's. He connects the snowball with the Warriors punch out. Moon, he's going to try and blink strike away with the TP. Can they get a stunner? Can they get a bash? They will get the stun. Nice pick off there from the escalating farm a little bit faster. You can see TNC, they are posturing quite aggressively. In fact, they do find Arfu. They're going to try and find a way out of this one, but it looks like he is going to go down rather fast. Immediate TPs up towards the top side. Gabby, he's got a DD room. He sees the Ricky again, exact same spot as last time, and he does time walk in, Moon. He's going to try and blink strike his way out into the tree line. Gabby, as it does pop it, does find it. Rogi, X out, finger committed, smoke screen there, but the snowball will buy some time. Gabby needs to get out of that silence. He will get out eventually, but now the tricks of the trade out. Instead, they'll go after Rogi. They'll get the line, and now the Chrono right on target. They'll find the Ricky. Moon has nowhere to go but down, and Gabby will get a double kill. SMG just have no answer.
Well, they feel a lot better, but still really squishy and vulnerable to be up in front for his team.
Again in that mid lane, SMG, they want to try and go onto the Bok, but can they burst him down fast enough? He's a tanky boy. They'll go for the primal split, but Tim's, he's into the backside, onto Rogi. They want the lion dead. Bok, he's still surviving. They can't kill the Viper. Arfu, meanwhile, just ticking down slowly as Gabby will continue to chase up. They just want the supports gone, and they will get him. Almost the same story as last game. It just seems like SMG, they're lacking damage.
Game. They're in that Roche pit right now. They've got a lot of damage flying through, especially with tag team up. SMG can't afford to give this one away.
You haven't got the primal split. I'm not sure about this one as Gabby will jump out onto the Brewmaster and KP. Looks like he's about to die, but the Stone Gaze and the Hex may have bought a bit of time into the backside. They'll go after Rodgy, but they'll lose Tim's and they'll lose Boomy as Gabby now. He's out of position. They'll spike him up and he cannot time walk away. It's a great team fight out from SMG now. It seems like all they needed was mid one to join in. They want to try and fight over this Roshan though, TNC. Don't want to allow this to go for free, and Boomy is looking for a way to dive in, but there is help around. Aegis is going to be taken. Moon has got it on the Ricky, and now Boomy in out of position and does get fingered down. It'll be a dieback on the Phoenix. And suddenly the tide seemed to be turning for the side of it. There's no real rush for them to try and fight unless you're fighting over things like the Roshan. That SMG, just going to kind of play the cat and mouse game right now, just trying to avoid the side of TNC. While they are quite strong. Actually, while Gabby does have that chrono up. So both sides, looks like they're just going to take a bit of a breather. I say that, but the jump's in. Armel, he's found Rodgy on the line. Snowball is going to be there to follow up and does end up connecting. Now Moon, he's jumped in. They've killed off Rodgy, but they might lose Armel Moon for that DK. He is taking a lot of damage from the CEO himself, but Armel is still alive somehow. There's your egg out. They're still trying to man fight. They'll eventually get him, but now Gabby will run in, but no, there's your Cyclone out from KB to hold him up in the air. They don't have the damage that's required now. Instead, they'll go after Arfu. Dash out, and you kill this Enchantress with a nice sharp up. Maybe you can, but the Ravage up from Rodgy will hold them back as Moon on the backside does kill off Bok. Gabby meanwhile still trying to get Arfu, but it is taking way too darn long, and now they get the Hex out. That'll be Gabby gone, and Arfu gets a sweet, sweet tip out onto the Void as Boomy is gonna try and run and should eventually die. Rodgy just waiting for that Earth Spike to be back up, and he does eventually get it. Very bad news here for TNC. Back out of there, but he's obviously feeling very confident with that Aegis up. In fact, they'll TP down to the bot side. See if they can find another target. Everyone from TNC just gets out. He's to the western side of the map, and it doesn't seem like TNC are feeling so confident any longer, especially when mid one does join these fights with that Aghanim Scepter up. It's so hard. Stoning that's happening to your heroes as Gabby now, he gets jumped on. They'll have the Sun Ray to try and heal him up, but look how slow he runs with that defuse when they just blow him up. He is just gone. Now Bok will try to fight Arfu, but we've seen this story before. The Enchantress just take too long to die. And Moon, he will find a secondary kill for his team. His SMG going down that mid tier 2 tower. TNC, it's looking tough for them. I mean, Gabby, he needs a BKB or something, and Moon, he's just in on Boomy.
Yeah, it's awkward for TNC. They have no way of stopping this Ricky's initiation with that Blink Strike smoke screen. They don't have 4 staffs up yet to save. They need some way of getting out of that silence to use their spells, but SMG's just playing so fine here.
To another Tim's. Just can't survive the damage output. I love what Moon's doing. He's just so confident right now, understanding the advantage he has. Jumps in off those T4s, and now Bok trying back off, but such a hard kind of defense to make for TNC, but they'll try. Armel jumps in with the stun, but there's your smoke screen out. Make sure no chrono is there to follow up in mid one. We'll pop the Stone Gaze. Armel just turning his back, but there's Moon jumping in again with the tricks of the trade, and it will be enough damage as they go in with the egg now. But where's your chrono? It'll be committed onto mid one, but where's your damage output? He's taking none, and now the tornado. KB just disrupting the Void mid chrono. It's going to be onto Bok again. The Viper's in trouble, and now Gabby has been caught out. He'll go down. There's no firebacks left. They do at least kill off Moon, who dived way too deep. Perhaps that'll be enough to try and defend this mid lane of Rax, but it seems as though mid one is going to be able to finish it off and should be able to just back off to safety for SMG.
The good news for TNC is that they still have tier 2s all around, tier 1 up top as well, so there's no further objectives for SMG.
And that's going to be just enough. Be anything in the way of cancelling that TP from Armel. You gotta love the fact though that SMG just continues to chase down the side of TNC no matter where they go across the map. Understanding their advantage. Just making sure to just kind of choke out TNC and not give him that breathing room. Turn. They'll spot out Burmy and it only takes a split second. If that smoke screen diffusel's out, you are not getting away. Not without a BKB. But he's going to pay for this very soon as Moon is just going to continue stalking him. Gabby needs to find a way out, but he hasn't got a BKB yet, and there's your finger out. Even another one, Armel. He showed up on the DK. He'll try for the TP play, but is it going to be enough? Oh, the tornado connected. I would have sworn he disappeared off my screen there for a second, John, but turns out they got him.
But I think you're at the point where the deuce is just too big to answer here, and TNC's going to have to really play perfect to punish any overextension from SMG.
What a turnaround as well from SMG, right? Like, compared to Game 1 and even the first 15 minutes of Game 2, they just didn't look great, but now it looks like they've gotten that momentum they were looking for, and they're feeling amazing. At least they are looking amazing in this game too, as TNC, it's a very tough team to come back from. They're going to have to try their best, but there's just so much room to catch up. Not much room to do it in.
Get some punishment off.
I like how you said the scan saved SMG, John. I feel like the scan saved TNC, where this game's going. They are going to make their way up to the high ground right now. Moon looking for a target. Will blink strike right into the Phoenix, but a nice 4-staff away, and there's your egg being thrown out immediately. It will be enough to survive for now, but meanwhile on the backside, Rogi has been caught out and will die in the Lion. Will they skill off Burmy, and now they'll find Tim's. Great start here for the side of SMGs. They'll find another. Will die. You almost lost Armel there as well, mid-TP as... Oh, Gabby's not even out quite free yet. Fix the trade. Smoke screen is right on top. He's trying to pretend like it's a tree. They do see him now. He'll try to make the run. BKB up, but immediate bash, and now the chrono being committed. He's going to try and kill down the Ricky, but Moon is actually quite tanky now. He just won't die. Snowball forward through the free play back onto that Ricky, but it's just not enough. Tim's, he is in a pretty awkward position as now. Bach. We chase down the Viper. Be another death for Bach, and they call it. They've had enough. This game is all over the place for TNC and SMG. Well, what a turnaround, John. Just looking fantastic in this game, too.
Yeah, they played really disciplined. They were taking some early hits. It feels like the reverse of Game 1. TNC were the ones with faith